Science fiction has given us some of the most mind-expanding, philosophically rich, and just plain fun books ever written. Here's a list of the 10 greatest sci-fi novels of all time. Each one is chosen not just for how groundbreaking it was, but how well it still holds up today and how much it shaped the genre. 10. Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson, 1992. This one reads like cyberpunk on Red Bull. Stevenson basically invented the metaverse before Zuckerberg even had dial-up. It's a wild ride through a fractured future of corporate-controlled America, VR combat, and linguistic viruses. Fast, funny, and brilliantly weird, Snow Crash is a hacker epic for the chaotic age we're living in. 9. The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin, 1969. Le Guin didn't just write about aliens, she wrote about humanity. This novel explores gender, identity, and politics on a distant ice world, where the inhabitants shift between male and female. It's less about lasers, more about empathy. Quietly revolutionary and still deeply relevant. A literary sci-fi masterpiece. 8. Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke, 1953. Aliens show up, solve all our problems, and the result is both wonderful and devastating. Clarke's big idea here? That peace might come at the cost of our humanity. The ending is one of the most haunting, cosmic payoffs in all of science fiction. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey, but emotionally gutting. 7. Hyperion by Dan Simmons, 1989. Imagine Canterbury Tales in space, with time-traveling priests, haunted AI planets, and a monster called the Shrike that lives in reverse. Hyperion is a dazzling, genre-blending novel that gives you 7 stories, all tied together in an epic that feels mythic and intimate at once. It's bold, poetic, and absolutely unforgettable. 6. The Martian by Andy Weir, 2011. A love letter to science and problem-solving. Mark Watney, stranded on Mars, survives using botany, engineering, and a seriously great sense of humor. It's a rare, hard sci-fi novel that's also incredibly fun. Weir made geeky science cool again, and reminded us that optimism is a kind of rebellion. 5. Neuromancer by William Gibson, 1984. The book that coined cyberspace and gave birth to the cyberpunk genre. You've seen its fingerprints all over The Matrix, Blade Runner, and basically any hacker fiction that came after. Gibson's noir-drenched vision of a data-driven dystopia was prophetic and still feels fresh in the AI age. 4. Dune by Frank Herbert, 1965. The spice must flow. Dune is political intrigue, ecological warning, and spiritual odyssey, all wrapped in a sprawling space epic. Herbert built a world so detailed, so layered, that it feels like you're reading a history rather than a novel. It's not just sci-fi, it's sci-fi scripture. 3. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, 1953. Bradbury wasn't writing about the future. He was writing about now. The censorship, the numbing influence of screens, the fear of ideas, all terrifyingly real. His poetic prose burns just as hot as the fires in the novel. This isn't just sci-fi, it's a wake-up call. 2. 1984 by George Orwell, 1949. Yes, it's dystopian. Yes, it's political, but it's also terrifyingly prophetic. Orwell's vision of a surveillance state, thought control, and truth distortion hits harder the older it gets. Big Brother isn't science fiction anymore, it's just news. A literary and cultural touchstone. 1. Foundation by Isaac Asimov, 1951. This is the book that said, "What if we could predict the future with math?" Foundation is galaxy-brained sci-fi at its most ambitious. A collapsing empire, a secret science called psychohistory, and a plan to preserve civilization through the ages. Asimov wasn't just telling a story. He was laying down the laws of a universe. This book made sci-fi epic, and its influence stretches from Star Wars to Elon Musk's bookshelf.